Hey, what's up, guys? So check this out. Some of you guys might want to know how to use Behance to create you a portfolio page, which is allow you to create several types of portfolio links and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this as something simple and easy that should be able to help you be able to show your work without having, if you don't have a main website or something like that, or you just want to send somebody a link to a particular type of portfolio that you have. What you have to do first is you have to go to adobe.com, and then you have to set up an account if you don't already have one. These accounts are free. They also give you like 100 gigs of free cloud storage as well. So that's a plus, and we could talk about that on another subject. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to set up your Behance page once you have created your account. So what you do is you log on to behance.net, which you see right up here, and then you'll have your icon and everything over here. What you see right at the top is this for you just allows you to see things that's based on like what you like to see. There's tons of other creatives on here that will comment on your things and like your stuff, and also you can get a lot of how you would say inspiration from what you see other professionals are doing. Discover allows you to discover like the types of creativity that's going on this particular website. Like for example, photographers, creative directors, graphic designers, etc. Live is if you want to go live. Profile is based on your profile, and jobs, they have jobs on there so you can search for jobs in your local area. But for what we're talking about right now is creating a project. So the first thing you do is you click on create project, and it opens up this window here. Now over here is your menus that allow you to upload files. When you click this uploads one file. Right here, this creates text. This right here, you can embed like media, like YouTube pages, things like that. If you have a Lightroom, then you're able to just load your Lightroom and pull photos from your Lightroom, because Lightroom allows you to save your photos to the Lightroom cloud, which is your Adobe cloud. And then Photo Grid, this is if you want to just pull up more than one photo. So what I'm going to do is, right here, edit your styles and layout. This allows you to kind of edit the way your layout will look. I usually go to this last if I'm going to change it. Over here is the same things that are here. So don't get it confused. It's just giving you like two different ways to do it. Now, we'll start off with creating, uploading one file. So I click on this upload file. It takes you to, be able to find your file. I'm going to go to my drive and let's see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upload one file. So let's say I upload this file right here. And actually, let's do this one. All right, so the file is uploaded. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind is the size of the file is the size it's going to upload. It don't really resize it. It will resize it based on the type of device you're using, like computer or phone. So on the phone, it'll resize it down and smaller and stuff like that. But as far as when people view it, it will load up really big or really small based on your size. So when you're working with creating your crops or resizing your images, make sure you do them in like Photoshop or Illustrator and work in pixels. Also make sure that your resolution is 72, because for anything that's going to be displayed on a monitor, you want to use 72 resolution, not 300. That's too big. 300 is only for print. So if you're going to make a graphic design shirt, you do that in 300 and you work in inches. If you're going to make something for the website or for TV or for the movies or for a cell phone, you do that in pixels and you do 72 resolution. So 72 resolution on monitors is still as clear as a print file would be if you use the right dimensions in pixels. So here I have loaded this and it's there. Also, once you load it, you have this here little pencil. When you put the mouse over it, there's a pencil here. You click that, that's an edit button. It allows you to reorder a project if I have more than one picture in here. Add a caption, which is like using this text button over there. Or replace the image. Say if I want to change this image to a different image, or if I want to delete it. I'm going to hit add a caption so you can see what happens there. And right there, there's the caption. So you see here I wrote 1 point perspective. When I put the mouse over the edge here, it allows me to be able to pull up this here like texting and add text. So if I want to do a description, all right, now another thing you can do is if you highlight it and come over here, you can see that you can adjust your text to the center, change the font size, even change the fonts to which fonts to have in there, working paragraph, header. These are things like for websites. So if you do websites, you know what a header, text, subheader, all that stuff is right there. You can also create a link to this if you want to click this and go to another page, like say directly to your website or something like that. All right, and here, let me do this here. Move that to the center, and I'm going to make this one a little larger just so you guys can see the point right there. Oh, there we go. I'll leave it like that. All right, once you're done, you if you want to add another picture, this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a photo grid. So I'll go photo grid, and it allows me to upload files. See how it says upload files? It's giving me that same link, except I could choose Lightroom, but I'm going to do upload files, so I could do multiple files here. So let's see. I'll load a couple of these files from my website. Oh, actually, let's go here. Try not to show all my new website stuff so soon, so excuse me on that. Here we go. Let's do logos. All right, so I'm gonna load a few logos in here that I've done in the past. Let's start with bam, bam. Just a few. Cool, whatever. All right, so let's hit there. So now you can see what happens here is it loads them all in a grid like this. Now, based on how the shape of them are, or how many, sometimes they'll load where some that are big like this, and then it'd be little and that stuff like that. So actually, I'll add to this. So we'll go here, and then we go to edit grid, and then we go to edit grid. You have up here edit add photos. So I could add photos. This time I'm gonna upload a photo that's gonna complete different dimensions than these here logos are. So let's do this one of CC. And so I see CC's there. I'm gonna hit done. Also, I'm gonna move CC to the middle like that. And you can see as I move her, the structure of the way it looks change. So I hit done, and that's how that looks. All right, so if I want to add a title, instead of hitting that other button, I'll just click right here. There it go. And I'll say logos and see. Okay, so let's center that. Fine. All right, last thing I want to show you before we go to the next step is loading media. So there's a couple of ways I could do upload file, and then I can go to like my media page. To my media stuff. Go back, sorry. And video clips. Here we go. And so you wanna load a video clip. You just find your clip you're gonna load, and then just click on it, hit open, and it starts to load. And you can see the loading process. After it finished loading, it's going to take a second for it to process. Now, what I just did is I actually loaded a video directly into my portfolio cloud. So this is actually on the server, but you can also embed videos too. All right, so now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to save the project and move to the next stage of saving this. So this is a key. If you hit save, then it's going to close this out, and then you're going to have to figure out how to go back in there and do everything. It's going to save it, but then for you to do the next steps that I'm about to show you, it's going to cause you like a little bit of like, oh, where everything go. So do not click save first. What you want to do is click continue. Continue allows you to choose a cover for this actual portfolio that you're making. On here, you just type in the name that you want to name the portfolio. So I'm going to type in here example page. And then you can choose pictures from your portfolio and you can crop them or whatever. You want to choose something that, you know, when it's on your main page, people click and they'll see it. Next, you hit crop and continue. The next thing you want to do is you have this basic info that's very important for your page. So right here you have creative fields. How would you like to organize this project? When you hit add, I'll say that there's graphic design on here, photography, and then over here I'll do something like maybe creative direction. Bam. This allows you to do up to 3. Hit done. Those load there. Tools used, I would say you just type in like Photoshop, whatever tools you use to create your stuff. You see it automatically brings up some of the presets. Canon 5D Mark III. I'll just leave it at that, and you can see there, you can get rid of them. When I hit done, that puts that in there. Co-owners, if anybody helped you on some projects and stuff like that, you'll put them in there. Usually they have to be signed onto here, but you can still put their name if they're not. And then copyright information, if you want to change the copyrights for how people view or if they download your stuff, all that, you can put that in there. And then content, this project contains adult content. If you have like, if you're the type that posts nudes and stuff, just click that. That way kids won't come across your stuff, or people, it'll be blocked out, and then it'll be requested to see if they want to view the content. After you do that, you got display. So don't hit publish yet, go to display. With display, this shows you like which networks you want to display it on. If you want to disable comments, you don't want people commenting on your stuff, you click that. And then discoverability, this is where you put in a description of your stuff. And then keywords. So keywords that will make people find you. So right here we have logos, logo design. You do the comma thing right there, and you know, Photoshop. You do and you just name do on there any companies or brands you work for to create this. Like say you did worked for Coca-Cola and you did a design for them, then you just put them in there. Teams, if you had a team of people like, you know, the Sham Nuggets or something like that, you put that on there. And then credits, like if there's some credits, the people that you want to recognize for like actors or something, you'll put them in there. Once you do that, you hit publish, and it publishes the project. And then there's the project right there. It also gives you a link, direct link to your project if you want to send it to somebody or save it on one of these social networks. You close that out, and there it is, the first picture. There's the grid, and the video hasn't loaded yet, so it takes a little second for the video to load, but it will load in there. And then the next thing you can do is, like, if someone wants to look at this, they go on the page, they could just click directly on a picture. They can use the arrow keys on the keyboard and then go to the next and the next and next and next, just like that. Could close that out, or they could go down here and they could just click directly on, you know, a picture, do the next buttons like that, and close that out. Also, when they finish, the last thing inside of this page gallery, it'll show any other galleries you have on there. As you can see, there's y'all boy Isaac Newton, some stuff that I did, a photo shoot of his, and I just put on here really clean so people can see the work differently. And this is the actual portfolio that I prefer to show people right away. So here's one where you see the video is in there, and this right here just shows like a tutorial of stuff that I did for this makeup company. You can scroll through it and everything. And then, you know, all the other stuff that you do, people can look in there. Like I said, they could click on it, go to the next ones, things like that. And then say someone visits your page, they can actually click on appreciate. So they'll scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, and then they'll have a button that says appreciate. And when they click appreciate, I'm gonna just appreciate my own. It allows them to create like a mood board if they want to. So they can click that and they can add to a mood board. You see, I have some mood boards here of different creators, stuff, their artwork and stuff. That inspires me. So if I want to have some ideas about neon color photo shoots and things like that, I would click on neon colors and blah blah blah. But if I since I just hit appreciate and I hit add to mood board on my own, this is a branding, so I will put branding. It adds it there, and I hit save. Also, you can do new mood board. All right, for real quick, I'm gonna go to the For You so you can see someone else's profile, so you can actually see how they work. Um, oh, right before that though, let's go to my actual profile here, so we can see how your profile looks when it's finished. So when you go to your profile, you have a banner up here. You can add the image that you want for your banner. You also can click here, add your actual icon, put information about yourself on there. My website will go here when I relaunch it. And then this also gives you a free web page. I'll give a tutorial about how to work and create your free web page through Behance and Adobe as well. Also, you can put the tools you use mostly for there. It shows like how many project views, how many things been appreciated, how many followers you have, and how many people you're following. I only follow my students or people like you guys who, once you guys set up, I'll follow you. And then a description of who you are and your business and things like that. And you can see like all the different things that I have on here for whatever reasons. You click on it and it loads your grid. You control your grids and everything, how they're going to look. So you can make things look the way you want them to look. And it comes out very professional. All right, so now back to what I was saying. Let's go check out some other people. I'll appreciate a couple of them so you guys can see. So let's see what's on here that I like. Also, they have like free tutorials and lessons on different things on here. That's live right now. This is live. And these guys are just teaching you how to do something to look like in Illustrator, and they have mock-ups and things like that, so you'll have a lot of fun in here. Okay, this actually looks pretty good here, so I'm going to click on this. I like to shoot in mirrors and reflections, so this is the person that did these photos, and you can see that they loaded the photos pretty large, so I have to scroll the whole photo. But if I want to see the photo fit, I just click the photo and then it fits in there, and then I can just go to next like that. That's awesome. That's an awesome one. So now say that you want to I like this one here and I want to add it to a mood board. I go bam, and then I have something I already made, I think for these type of great model shots. So I add it to my great model shots, hit save like that. Now I can also click out of here. I can go down to the bottom of this page, and then I can choose on to appreciate that, which I just did. I already did it. And then once I appreciate it, I can see the other work they did. If I want to appreciate that, if it's something I really like, I can appreciate it once you get to the bottom. And then I also can comment. You see people commenting, and then post a comment. Bam. And you can see over here, based on their work, they put these tags, and when I showed you how to do tags, so they put these tags there. This shows the tools they use for creating this. This shows their profile history, and then who they are and things like that, if you're following them or not. That's pretty much it on it, guys. Like I said, there's a lot of things on this website. If you have any more questions about how to work on Behance, just go ahead and hit me up, and then I'll be glad to tell you or create a tutorial for everyone to be able to see. Like I said, there's jobs, so you click that. You can just go through there, and there's tons of jobs that may be in your area and stuff. A lot of freelance stuff and things like that we can benefit from. Once you get in the cycle of this, then you'll start creating a lot of different forms of revenue that you can pull from different things. So that's the game. That's how we do it. I think I covered most of it. Let's go back to my profile and see if that video loaded yet though. There it is. So probably took like 5 minutes.